What's up, everybody? OGP back with you from Cinemark Theaters, where I'm about to go see on this Wednesday night Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, right back there. Oh yes, I'm going to talk about that. I'm not going to give any spoilers, so don't worry about that. As I start making my way in the door here, no spoilers. I will give my thoughts after I see the movie, but before I see the movie, I will tell you how to enter next Monday's #EMAG giveaway. So as I make my way into the theater here, the 2nd Street Cinema, it's a nice new theater. Hopefully it's clean today. There's been times where it's been kind of dirty inside. Inside the theater now, got my Diet Coke, you know how I roll. And I think they set them in theater number 4 down this way. But here we go, I'll tell you real quick. In order to be entered in this week's EMAG giveaway, you want to type in this video right here whether you liked Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, if you saw it, or if you're looking forward to see it, or you think it's going to be goofy, or you don't want to see it. Just let me know your thoughts on Winnie the Pooh, whether you've seen it or not. Do you want to see it or not? Was it good or was it not good? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and of course the good old #EMAG, so that way I can do the randomizer and pick a winner. Now let's go find our seats. Got my Reese's and my Diet Coke. Ready to go. Well, it looks like I'm pretty early. You can see it still says 25 minutes. Must be starting after 7. It's supposed to start at 7 o'clock, but it's already like 10 till. So, interesting. So the movie's over. Everybody else left the theater. I'm sitting here. The pacing was fine. It didn't bore me. There was a lot of problems with this movie. I'll get into a little more detail outside. But my very first initial thought of seeing Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey on a 0 to 10 rating, if you don't want to know, if you want to go in blind, whatever, make sure you turn the video off by now. But 0 to 10, I give this about a 3, maybe a 4. It was pretty horrible. I'll go out to the car and give you a little more specifics on why, without detail. No spoilers here though. But the good thing was it was only an hour and like 25 minutes. If this was not like a Winnie the Pooh movie, if it didn't say Winnie the Pooh in the title, this would not even make the Sci-Fi Channel. It's pretty bad. Let's go out to the car. I'll give you more details, more thoughts. Yeah, I have a bunch of takeaways from this movie. But like I said in the theater, if this didn't say Winnie the Pooh in the title, it wouldn't have even made like Sci-Fi Network or something like that. It would have been straight to Tubi. And that's probably where this is going to end up, someplace like Tubi. There was the effects, like you could tell they had money. You could tell they spent money in this. Like you could tell. But the effects, like, were not that good. There were some that were kind of fun, like some of the kills. It's a horror movie, but there is a kill that's pretty cool. You're like, oh, that's cool. But then there's a couple other kills that are like, what? You know, like there's some kind of off-screen kills where you're like, come on, like we need to see this. So the effects kind of bugged me. It was very, very low budget effects. They could have done a lot better. The location was kind of cool, but they didn't really use it all that well. There was times where people would just kind of show up and you're like, well, how the hell did they get there? Give us a little bit of how this happened, how they got there. Then there's the whole we know there's a killer and we got to get out of here, but we got to stop and talk about it first. That stuff drives me nuts. That happened. So the storyline, there was some atrocious writing. Then there's some unfinished storylines. Like we get a story from a girl about, something happening in her past, and they never address it again in the rest of the movie. Like, why did we have to hear that story if we're never going to talk about it again in the rest of the movie? The girls are going to a place, this place. It's a group of girls. There's more than just these girls, but there is a group of girls that goes to this place, and they're driving. And then, but we never, we see them go to a gas station for the whole, don't go there, moment. But you don't get the don't go there moment. It was really weird. But then, so I don't even understand why they went to the gas station. There was no real reason for it aside to go to a gas station. But then when they get where they're going, you never see the car they're in. They're just walking up, talking about how their feet are tired. Well, did they run out of gas? What happened to the car? The point is, the story is very incomplete. It's just, there are so many holes in the story that either they cut it to shorten it, or they never filmed it. There's a shot where a girl has a phone in her hand. She's holding it vertical, and then she goes to take a selfie, and when you see they cut the shot to the other angle, she's holding it horizontal. So they had no continuity person. It was just a lot of little flaws like that. And then when they get where they're going, they're standing there having a little conversation, and there's a window behind them. And it's bright outside because it's daylight out there. And there's silhouettes because the filmmakers didn't put any type of lighting to shine on their faces. So all we see is the light from outside and silhouettes. Horrible. It was horrible. If there's a reason for that, okay. If you're emphasizing something outside as a filmmaker, whatever, okay. But if you're just doing that, and they're silhouetted and there's a bright light behind them for no reason, then it's just bad filmmaking, and that's what it was. A lot of issues with effects, with lighting, the dialogue, the writing was stupid, the storyline was really dumb. But I'll say this. At the beginning of the movie, I really liked the way they started it off. They gave us this kind of cool backstory on why things were going on. I like that. So that they fill you in. So what is happening, how the movie starts, it really makes sense. I'm okay, all right, I'm kind of digging this. But then as the story goes on, it's just, you notice flaw after flaw after flaw. There's times where the victims are sitting there going oh no, rather than running away, or trying to fight back, they're just, oh no, until they get killed. Some cheesy stuff like that. So luckily it was kind of fast paced, and the beginning was kind of cool. But other than that, if it wasn't for, and there was a couple kills that were okay, all right, that's kind of cool. But as it's kind of billed to be, we knew there wasn't going to be Tigger. If you followed any of the news about the movie, we knew Tigger was not going to be in it. But the rest of the gang, Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore and Piglet and whoever else, were all supposed to be there. We didn't really get, in the story, we understand Eeyore, Piglet, and Pooh. That's it. So I thought there was more to it than that. Maybe I'm wrong. It felt like maybe they would want to do more if they had more budget to do masks and makeup and everything for the other characters. I don't know. I didn't walk out extremely pissed off. I didn't fall asleep. The pacing was kind of good. It kept going. But there were some shots, some scenes that are why do we need this? And this really isn't a spoiler because it doesn't go anywhere. This is not, it didn't contribute to the story at all. But there's a scene with a girl in a bra, so we get the sexy kind of scene. She's just wearing a bra and she's doing her makeup. We go to that scene, we see the girl in the bra doing the makeup, and we cut away. Why did we see that scene? She wasn't going out on a date or anything. Why do we need that aside from showing some cleavage to help the R rating or something? I don't know. But it was just, there was so much about it. loose ends, storylines that didn't get finished, weird shots and stuff that didn't make any sense at all. And then there was times where they were trying to make it like gorier or whatever, so they would have Pooh like drooling all over himself and drooling all over people, and you see him like kind of going out of his way to make sure the drool's hitting them. Like, that was weird. And then their attempt at like jump scares, like you're sitting here looking at Winnie the Pooh and all of a sudden he goes, "Boo!" Like, we already saw you, buddy. What the hell? I'm comfortable saying 3 out of 10. This will end up on Tubi. Don't save your money. My recommendation, you don't need to see this in theaters. You don't. It's not good. Save your money. But anyways, if you're still here, if you've watched, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up if you would. And don't forget, let me know, are you going to see Winnie the Pooh? Or are you not going to see it? Did you see it? And what did you think if you saw it? Let me know. Fill me in on your thoughts down below. No spoilers. Don't put spoilers in the comments. And then hashtag EMAG to be entered for Monday's EMAG contest giveaway for this video right here. That being said, thank you very much for watching. I'm not angry. I'm not angry at this movie. There's movies I've walked out of I've been angry. Not angry, but this was not good. Save your money. And I appreciate everybody. Hey, man, before too long, we've got Scream 6. We've got the Cocaine Bear. And there's a lot of good movies coming out this year. So hopefully you'll see a lot more of these style videos from me coming up in the very near future. But thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a good one. See you Monday on the EMAG Show.